It's for their marbles.
For the small marbles.
They can't go any further than this.
That's right. Yep, here we go. Referee system initialization. Good job, Virginia Tech, for keeping your tactical timeout nice and normal size. And in 3, 2, 1, match starts.
We see, as expected, both standards from both teams going straight to their reload zones.
Yes.
Buying, looks like 100 ammo each. Ready to take map control. And there's the sentry of VT putting on extreme pressure on Texas A&M's standard,
Getting
preventing them from taking the top lane.
It's going to be the advantage that they need as now the standards meet on the buff point confrontation. VT not letting them get away. It's something we've seen them do really well is push.
Texas A&M's already at 30 HP. Almost very close to death, but they're going to stay
at the
and keep
same
up the
time. The
aggression.
hero from VT taking a shot onto the sentry of Texas A&M. VT, phenomenal job of pushing both lanes there, getting an advantage health-wise and, well, health of the sentry and the standard.
So it looks like both teams are going to use a health pack, and that's going to push Virginia Tech to want to take the central buff point here and try to start getting those health packs because they're going to need it.
Notably, Texas A&M a little bit more efficient with the projectiles here.
And a flank from the sentry or from the standard of Texas A&M, taking central map control and taking that central point, almost getting another 2 health packs. But the standard of Virginia Tech is not going to let that happen. A little too late though. Texas A&M does get the health pack, and they're going to retreat as Virginia Tech takes center map control once again.
Now,
the rotations here are a little out of sync.
Yeah, they are. And in previous Texas A&M matches, this is what we were expecting. A small deficit at the beginning while they try to garner an experience lead, but Virginia Tech doing a really good job of juggling health here, able to keep an experience level, and I think on equal experience, it becomes more difficult for Texas A&M to snowball as they have in the past.
Looks like the sentry of Texas A&M thinks it sees something, shoots at the wall.
Virginia Tech not spotting that standard with their sentry that time. I think it would have gotten a couple frames in. We'll see if it spies this hero. Ooh, the hero ducking behind cover.
So now it's a little bit of a defensive game. Texas A&M taking the center of the map. Virginia Tech doing that poke damage. Sentry lead is currently in VT's favor.
Yeah, chat, the TAMU sentry is firing. I don't think it's done damage to itself.
There's first blood. Texas A&M taking a critical lead here with first blood, and now let's see if they can convert to a double kill on this hero. The hero retreating extremely quickly. It knows it's in danger. The sentry is not helping them out. Sentry of Virginia Tech seems to have lost its ability to shoot at targets, and so the Texas A&M standard of Elizabeth is going to go at a insane flank into the back of the enemy team.
And this is what we expect from Texas A&M, to try and give up some early health sentry advantage, use their superior standard to garner an XP advantage, and then come in the latter half of the match to take down the base of Virginia Tech.
And there they go, progressing the win condition. Texas A&M officially taking the lead now with the sentry health lead. But they've done a substantial amount of damage to the Virginia Tech virtual shield. Let's see if they can get that down and progress the win condition to something that might be very hard for Virginia Tech to come back from.
Here comes Texas A&M coming in and getting another kill. This is what we have been seeing all week from Texas A&M standard number 3. And now the hero for Texas A&M chewing into the base health, going through the shield, and taking the base of Virginia Tech all the way to 400 HP.
Yeah, it seems like that standard of Virginia Tech just stopped shooting, and that seems to have opened a door for Texas A&M to start that snowball. You know, both robots of Virginia Tech are low health, and they don't have health packs to repair that back. And so it's going to be a tough uphill battle for them to basically make back an entire match's worth of health.
Yeah, that hero from Texas A&M definitely putting in some work. Thousands of damage dealt, really filling that role well as the base destroyer on the team. Reminder, this is a best of 5, so as you pointed out, Isaac, a couple things going the wrong way for Virginia Tech here, but probably not insurmountable, right? This was a pretty close game for the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, and actually looks like there's some body blocking going on from the blue team, which leads to a yellow card between 2 robots. It's actually making it really hard for Texas A&M to finish out this match and convert. But there they go with the standard extreme laser pinpoint accuracy.
Look
like
at that,
a sniper.
in between 2 robots, the top right-hand view on your screen there. Excellent aiming. Flag doesn't matter if the base doesn't move.
Two of the robots having a little bit of a nodding match at the end there. They knew it was over.
Yeah, an excellent match from Texas A&M. I bet that's what they were wishing their robots looked like this morning. But at this point, they're doing really well. They're in the top 4. No reason to the 1v1 confrontation. So nobody wants to 1v1 that standard. And you know that they win typically off of the level 3 standard experience lead. So if you sit back in your own base, I don't think anyone has done that enough for us to see how Texas A&M plays at, let's say, 4 minutes into the match with equal levels.
Yeah, and just like last round, we see both standards of both teams going immediately to get ammo. It looks like the hero of Virginia Tech is going to go actually play point and protect the standard of Virginia Tech because they know that red standard from Texas A&M is going to be deadly and coming in at level 1.
Here it comes. Peeking all by itself. A little bit of hero cover.
Look how stable that gimbal is, how stable that control is, and how good the aim is on that barrel switching robot. Doing a substantial amount of damage, overheating a slight bit, but not enough to do damage to the robot. And actually, the hero of Virginia Tech gets a crazy flank. Seems to have gone unnoticed by Texas A&M, and seems to do a little bit of chip damage.
Not unnoticed by the Sentry. Yeah, I believe the Sentry of TAMU dealing about 50 damage to that hero, taking it to a half health.
And there's a yellow card. I don't know what for, but it prevented.
First blood.
Oh, first blood on a hero on Virginia Tech. Texas A&M taking that early lead, the first blood they needed to get level 2, and getting a double kill onto Virginia Tech. It's going to be a snowball. Texas A&M just chipping away at that Sentry now. Nobody can stop them.
That's the best case scenario for Texas A&M, the worst case for Virginia Tech. Getting a kill onto the hero as first blood gives you level 2 for your hero and your standard, and then being able to follow up with that double kill means that the standard for Texas A&M very close to level 3.
Texas A&M Sentry sees something and thinks it's shooting at the wall.
It's been shooting at this wall quite a bit, Isaac. Luckily, this time shooting low enough at the wall that the projectiles are not doing too much damage to itself.
And that VT Sentry at 60 health, not quite dead, which is keeping hopes alive for Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech hero going in for a flank on the Texas A&M Sentry and doing some substantial damage, but the Sentry shoots back and kills the hero.
Sentry kill in that Sentry lane that you pointed out. Texas A&M able to get to level 3 for their standard in the top lane at the same time, playing both sides of the map and winning on both sides.
And the hero of Texas A&M does one single plink of damage with a 42 onto the base of Virginia Tech, which progresses the match forward into a new stage of win condition. And so now Virginia Tech, in order to take the lead, would have to kill a robot and kill the virtual shield and hit the base at least once.
Yeah.
Very hard to come back from.
With 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game and level 1 on both of the VT robots, it's going to be really tough for them to come back. Texas A&M probably not going to allow them to catch back up in XP as Keegan from Texas A&M starts to some spin to win issues back there, I think. Now turning spin to win off and just starting to launch projectiles.
And getting attacked by the standard. The level 1 standard from Virginia Tech realizes the flank and actually does a substantial amount of damage to the Virginia Tech hero. Let's see if it can get out before it's going to die. It does seem to be getting away.
Yeah, those extra levels giving you so much XP, chat. Look at the amount of segments of health underneath each robot.
And there's the standard of Texas A&M. That deadly standard now full of ammo and a substantial amount of health is going to go in and aggress on the enemy team and try to finish out this match.
Yeah, Chad, again, the VT Sentry is all the way dead for this match. Will not be reviving.
It's a barrel overheat from Virginia Tech. They were going for a flank, trying to get a kill, and they almost did, but unfortunately the ref system just
Texas A&M's hero having some odd issues. We've been, I don't know if you're watching, the projectile speed here so low.
Yeah, some hits aren't even being registered as 42s when they hit
and he's as close as he can possibly get. There we go. I don't know what really going wrong there, but it's sufficient from Texas A&M as they're able to take out Virginia Tech's base for round 2. Chat, barrel heat is the number of projectiles per second, not overspeed. Overspeed damage comes from firing your projectiles too quickly, which is going to be too much power in the flywheel computer vision algorithm. I don't know, Isaac, if your team had any sort of differentiation on whether the Sentry should fight a hero versus standard, but no time for that now as we dive back in round 3, match point for Texas A&M.
And just as expected, yet again, both standards going to immediately get ammo. We're going to see 200 bot from Texas A&M, 100 on the Virginia Tech side. We know the strategy. We know the plans. It's going to be a standard v standard fight in the middle of the map, but Virginia Tech's going to be a little bit smarter and back up. But Texas A&M doesn't care. They know their standard is powerful, and they're going to take the 1v2.
Here it is. VT doing a really good job pulling aggro here. 50 projectiles out of that standard and not a significant amount of damage done to Virginia Tech. That's what they need to do. They need to lure and pull and kite this powerful standard from Texas A&M in the early game when they have a mechanical disadvantage due to the barrel swap.
Yeah. Yeah, Virginia Tech clearly learning from what happened in the last 2 matches and is now playing a little bit more conservative. Not really worrying too much about the central map control, which is going to give Texas A&M potentially some health. But no, they're going to go in for a double flank on the hero of Texas A&M, who is now trapped physically in between 2 robots and cannot escape.
It's a bit of a bluff, though. The hero for Virginia Tech doesn't have ammo. We'll have to see if the standard can get out. You don't want to be locked in there. But
that's
the
first
sentry.
Blood. Virginia Tech gets the first blood. First time in the series that's happened.
That was across the map. The sentry taking out the hero of Texas A&M from across the map. That'll give level 2 over to the hero and sentry.
And now Virginia Tech, the hero, going in for the base.
The VT strat, they've done it every single game. My word. He's got 10 projectiles left. He's taking damage.
It gets damage on the base. 800 health. 600. 400.
Oh my gosh, he's down.
Virginia Tech in a massive lead over Texas A&M.
Virginia Tech almost able to finish it in less than 2 minutes. That was absolutely insane. Reminder that hero will have to go back to his resupply zone before he's able to continue firing projectiles. Wow, Virginia Tech.
And he has no health. He has to get out there while he has invulnerability. He's going to speed out of there. Maybe just gets away just in time. Good speed on that Virginia Tech robot with that Omni drive. But now Texas A&M is going to try and do chip damage on the sentry. Really not going to do much for their case here.
Yeah, it's going to be so hard at Texas A&M. You have to simultaneously defend. And here comes Virginia Tech lining it up. Texas A&M trying to kill it fast enough. They cannot. Virginia Tech. What?
Oh my goodness.
What? Austin. What was that game, Isaac? We need an instant replay. Virginia Tech held the game on a knife until their sentry got the first kill, and then they went pedal to the metal. We've seen the VT strat, but we've never seen it sentry assisted. And
continue the reverse sweep, or will Texas A&M finish it out right here, right now?
3, 2, 1. Game start. Round 4 of 5 from Texas A&M to VT. 2-1.
As usual, same strategy that we've seen before, although the hero of Texas A&M is going to do something a little bit different. Seems to be kind of buddying up with its sentry.
Sentry from VT still working very well. Kind of firing off warning shots, right? I mean, we've talked about Texas A&M and CU's standard strat, how they like to sit at that corner. VT spraying some projectiles at them early as there's a little bit of trading going on here. Really warns the team that they're not going to be able to sit in that spot and poke.
Yeah. But both teams now have their initial setup done, and it's just going to be the same as last match. Whoever gets first blood here is going to win. So be on the lookout for health. You can see the infantry of Virginia Tech is a little low, lower than its adversary on the other side.
Yeah, the hero from VT taking that health-centered route.
And Virginia Tech's, or Texas A&M's hero is going to do a little bit of sentry attackery, it might seem. But wow, look at the accuracy on that standard of Texas A&M. Confident enough to do shots at this range.
My goodness, at level 1 too. As you get into higher levels, it becomes much easier to aim. Your bullets fire faster, and so you can aim a little more directly. You don't have to arc your shots as much. As really close combat, not spelling out well for Virginia Tech.
And there's the first blood on the Virginia Tech hero. Going to start the snowball for Texas A&M, who's going to have to bring their standard back to the base to refill ammo. But the hero's going to tap in, do those rotations, and now take center map control.
And that has been what we saw in the 1v1 matches. Texas A&M able to take those matches as they got into close quarters with their opponents. It's why one of the reasons we see really aggressive gameplay from Texas A&M. Once they get in close, their better barrel heat management with swapping barrels will let them just stand and shoot.
And now we see a bit of an interesting strategy from Texas A&M. Just blinking.
There we go. Virginia Tech sentry starting to fire back at the standard, but that's going to allow the hero from Texas A&M, to start chewing through the base shield, but you can't use VT strat against VT. It doesn't work.
And the Sentry is going to get a kill on the hero of Texas A&M, which is going to make the match mostly even.
I've seen this before.
Now both teams are at level 2. Texas A&M has a dead hero and had to use a health pack. Everything is about even here, and the Sentry of Virginia Tech continuing to shoot the hero.
Projectiles
We take a
flying over the
projectile
desk.
in the commentating booth. And now Virginia Tech is inside the base of Texas A&M.
Yeah, that first projectile hit as the first two hitting as standard. Texas A&M taking out the hero from VT, much more aware of the hero positioning here.
And Texas A&M gets a double kill. I think Virginia Tech overextended a little bit there without doing anything fast enough. And as a result, Texas A&M is now able to get the temporary lead.
Ooh, near miss from Texas A&M's hero as they're trying to kill these robots that are retreating back to their resupply zone on the side of Virginia Tech. Very even game state, as you've mentioned. Sentry health probably not going to be the win condition here, so not really a big concern from Virginia Tech that they're lower. They do have to be cognizant of base health, though.
A big impact there. But the hero of Virginia Tech is going to go down.
Oh, my goodness.
Right before the virtual shield is over. Texas A&M still technically in the lead. Virginia Tech not able to get that
but if the hero from
Sentry
Virginia
down.
Tech can do that one more time, he will chew through almost the entire base in one of those runs. Texas A&M doing a great reactive job of making sure that they kill that hero. VT just absolutely sending it, crashing straight into the base. I don't believe you get a yellow card for ramming the base.
No.
So that is a very viable strat. Texas A&M anticipating what's happening. They see, you know, this same pattern. So it's going to be hard for that hero from VT to get out of the resupply zone. Level 3 Sentry or standard.
And the hero of Texas A&M is going to go straight to their base.
But that's all the projectiles from the hero from Texas A&M.
1,180. That's what Virginia Tech needs to be.
It's not enough. VT, you can't use VT strat on VT. Barrel heat, no. Virginia
Tech could lose here.
Critical
38
error.
seconds for the hero of
Critical
Texas A&M
error.
to go back. The standard of Virginia Tech and the Sentry are going to have to defend.
32 seconds left to go.
There's only 130 health left on that Sentry of Virginia Tech.
This is about a 400 HP game. You really need 22 seconds. This
Here comes the hero.
From Virginia Tech.
Here comes the hero of Texas A&M. It's going to push
get
in.
It done. The standard.
There it
the
goes.
standard has no
there
projectiles
goes.
from Virginia Tech.
Texas A&M takes the lead.
A&M in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. The hero for VT falls once again to the standard of Texas A&M, and Texas A&M will take third place in RMNA 2023.
And this series is going to go to Texas A&M. Congratulations to Texas A&M for taking third place at RoboMaster North America 2023. And congratulations to Virginia Tech for taking a fourth place in such an exciting, close final match of this series.